Hello my friends. Welcome to Reddit Rabbit. Before we start, catch the rabbit at the bottom right corner, smash that subscribe button and leave a comment. r/Showerthoughts. Jurassic Park would have worked if they only cloned the herbivore dinosaurs. Or if they actually treated it, despite the name, like it was a zoo, instead of an amusement park. Yeah, like how do you frick up a zoo? Repeatedly? Animals, even large ones, are really easy to keep in cages. Just build them out of concrete. Like how many zoos have animal escapes? Ever? Not many, but it happens. I read about a zoo where some monkeys built a ladder, no joke, and climbed out of their enclosure. Even though the in-universe velociraptors are supposedly as smart as chimps, the lack of opposable thumbs mean they'd be hard-pressed to make anything to help them escape. Besides, as with most modern predator enclosures in zoos, they could just build them down into the ground, with a moat, drop around them. Oh yeah, there's definitely ways to ensure maximum safety, and I don't see raptors building ladders anytime soon. LOL. Just as long as they don't learn how to open doors. Everyone gangsta till the Stegosaurus starts thagamizing everyone. At least Simmons died doing what he loved, getting gored by Stegosaurus. I think they pointed out in one of the films that the predatorial dinosaurs are way more profitable. Visitors got bored with regular dinosaurs. They need more teeth. Bigger. Scarier. You're right, and Jurassic World emphasizes this, while also taking it too far. Nah dude, nature finds a way. Right? Hippos are herbivores. They're among the most dangerous animals on Earth. Hippos are the 6th most dangerous animal in the world behind mosquitoes, snakes, dogs, tsetse flies, and crocodiles. Depends on how you frame it. This same approach indicates that coconuts are more dangerous than lightning. If you encounter a dog or a coconut, you're almost certainly safe. If you encounter a hippo or a lightning bolt, you're almost certainly in danger. What about a hippo with a coconut? Hippos can be useful to get into the fleshy insides, the coconut or a person. Clearly someone didn't watch Jurassic Park. Read. The original book was far more interesting and I recommend reading it. They didn't know what species they were going to get. They could make some educated guesses by recognizing patterns in the various DNA strands they recovered, but mostly they just grew them and waited to see what they turned into. Source: the book. Plus, carnivores are cool. From a distance. For the first one of each, they didn't. After that they totally knew what they were growing. Yeah, but that research was so freaking expensive for them. Once they finally found mosquitoes in amber, extracted the DNA, fixed it up and patched it with other DNA, then actually grew it, they're not just gonna scrap their velociraptor. It's cheaper to build a super safe containment unit rather than just scrap the work they did, and it'll make a lot more money in the long term. Think like a billionaire trying to run a business. Getting half your staff eaten and the government shutting down your entire island before you can even start earning a penny is pretty bad for business, to be honest. Nah, you're a major corporation. You're totally going to get a bailout, unlike the victims who will get an advance tax credit. All fun and games until you get your sternum shattered by a Pachycephalosaurus. It turns out we were wrong. They weren't herbivores at all. They were all omnivores. Thud thud ruo. The man looked up at the brontosaurus, his expression a mix of terror and dread. Wasn't that kind of the point though? So preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. This is clearly stated by Malcolm in the original film. But I want a T-Rex. You're in luck. We have a T-Rex. Hold on to your butts. It would have also worked if they gave every dinosaur diabetes. This way they would die quickly after their escape, since no one would be able to give them their medication. Read the books. Life finds a way. The park created the lysine contingency, which ensured the animals couldn't escape, because they were missing the ability to develop the lysine protein, which had to be provided directly by the park. I think the animals figured out they could eat beans or something like that, though that naturally supplied it. But where's the fun in that? Sounds boring. Who wants to go see vegan dinosaurs? I take it you do not go to the zoo to see elephants or giraffes either. That's the point of the whole movie. Cloning dinosaurs would be a huge featuring in its own. But then, corporate greed kicks in. Like hippos, such pushers. People won't pay movie ticket prices if they've seen Herbivore. Personally, I think Jurassic Park would work just fine no matter what they cloned. Dinosaurs are just animals. Zoos manage to contain animals just fine 99.999% of the time. Syntherizinosaurus, Stegosaurid, Ceratopsian, etc. My point is that herbivores can be plenty aggressive and territorial too. Look at Cape buffalo and lions for example. Cape buffalo actively look for lion cubs to kill them and eliminate future lions from threatening them or their own offspring. They also are extremely hard for lions to kill and kill adult lions themselves, working as a herd in altruism to ward off the lions. Hippos regularly kill intruders to their water bodies they live in, humans included, despite being grass grazers. Wild horses can kill wolves or cougars with a single well-landed kick. There's also a photo online of a lion's head cleanly severed from a giraffe kicking it that hard off its body. Birds like cassowaries, who eat fruit and leaves, are famous for being the world's most dangerous bird for their disemboweling kick. So dangerous in fact that World War II guidebooks for soldiers stationed in northern Australia warned them to steer clear of cassowaries. It's not only a matter of carnivory and eating others, but despite the lack of motive in that sense to kill people, they'd still have to make very sturdy enclosure walls and work out visual barriers and the herbivore interactions with each other, as even they can be aggressive and territorial to other herbivores. True, but you don't win friends with salad. Have you seen herbivoric dinosaurs? They're freaking scary. Look at the Brontosaurus. It also would have worked in the books if Hammond had taken the advice of Dr. Shin. Shin goes up to Hammond before things go south with a plan to breed slower and dumber dinosaurs to make the park more safe, but Hammond rejects the plan in favor of more authentic dinosaurs. Shin even points out that nobody really knows what an authentic dinosaur behaves like, so what's the harm? Ultimately, what caused Jurassic Park to fail in the books was the frog DNA, which allowed the dinosaurs to change their X and breed. This specifically applied to raptors whom the game warden Muldoon said should be destroyed because of how intelligent they are. I highly recommend the two books to anyone that likes the movies. It goes into a lot more detail and paints Hammond in a different light. In the movies he comes off as whimsical. In the books he's basically a Walt Disney figure utterly obsessed with his vision of how the park should be regardless of the consequences. Great books. T-Rex would sell more tickets. Zoo lions are more popular than the gazelles. Yay, but nobody would pay to see that. If I want to watch something that should be extinct eat a salad, I'll sit outside a vegan restaurant. Yeah, I'm sure I can survive getting skewered by a triceratops. Food is food, herbivore dino or not, it's all chicken. Yes, but they never asked to stop if they should. Yay, but it's a dinosaur park. You know everyone would want a T-Rex there. Triceratops would have been stabbing Methophricus right and left. And the Stegosaurus would have been bitch slapping people with his spike freaking tail. I still maintain that Jurassic Park should have gone fine. With a better budget and more oversight, one tech guy shouldn't be able to shut the system down. And realistically, on a stormy island, the system for containing these animals shouldn't have relied on the power staying on. In Jurassic World, if they built a damned human-sized escape door, the Indominus wouldn't have escaped and it'd still be a boring movie about a zoo with a perfect record. You didn't ask for reality, you asked for more teeth. Dr. Wu. Jurassic Park was never meant to be safe, it was meant to entertain and generate profit. I feel like the ecosystem for a species from a million years ago would be so drastically different that dinosaurs may have an issue unless you replicated the food chain for them as well. Also, the atmosphere these days is not nearly as oxygen rich, so I can posit that any dino who grew up in this day and age probably wouldn't be so goddamn ginormous. You've never seen a cow smash through a barbed wire fence cause, I don't know. The grass looked better outside it. Dennis Nedry stealing those embryos and shutting down so much of the power grid doesn't seem like a working situation to me. Then what do you do with all the dead herbivore bodies? I feel like a triceratops would still cause some problems.